Well, I'm sitting here with Chris Yapp. We're just in the middle of the DAIN conference, the Digital Inclusion Activists Network, and Chris has just given a very inspiring talk about 21st century challenges.
Okay. I mean, my message to the project, as much as to the day, is very much that we've got to put the IT in its right place. It's a tool with which we can tackle the really big challenges, whether they're locally, whether they're globally, whether it's the big things like climate change or whether it's social cohesion. In the city of Nottingham, at every level, I think technology has the potential to be part of the problem, but misused it can be part of the problem. And the question is, do you use IT to solve problems, or does it become a barrier? And the difficulty that I think is that the jargon in which IT folk live often becomes a barrier to the groups. And so for a group like DAIN, we're trying to get at some of the hard to reach, some of the difficult groups, some of the things that groups that don't believe that IT is for them, that actually being sensitive and listening to those groups, understanding their real needs, and thinking about how they can use IT to engage them in solving their own problems. If they can do that, this is going to be really, really important. If it ends up as technology push, we've got to get them to use IT, then I think that the trouble is they won't achieve its full potential, and that was what I was trying to get them to think about, and to think about as activists, how technology could actually re-engage and rethink what activism means in the digital era.
That's interesting. I think it was yesterday or the day before was Real English Day. I'm probably saying that completely wrong, but basically the day for not having jargon, the day for discouraging people from talking in acronyms. And you touched on that in your presentation as well.
Well, I think that if a 75-year-old woman is told that she needs to get virus protection to use her PC, then the trouble is it actually becomes a barrier. And the trouble is we use common words, that people know in other terms. Enable this for cookies.
Rushing off to her GP for her virus protection.
And I think that that's where some of the danger comes. But that's why I think community activism is so important, because if you understand the language and the way in which that group operates, then the point is it's possible, I think, to explain what people need to know to be able to use it without getting into all the jargon, which itself, as I said, can be a significant barrier.
Well, that's excellent. And if anybody here is interested in kind of pursuing any of this with you further, what's the best way to get in touch with you?
Follow my blog at the British Computer Society, or the slide deck will be up on the DAIN website very shortly.
That's excellent. Thank you, Chris.
Thank you.